Good afternoon, everyone. This is Harry from Hasper TV. Funny, I'm back streaming, recovered, and I'm back with Eugene. And actually, it's been a very long time since me and Eugene have actually done a stream together. It's probably been like
Yeah.
2 or 3 months, maybe
Yeah, I
longer.
know.
I don't know.
I've been lazy, and you had your your
Issues.
your your
Yeah.
your issue.
Yeah.
But uh, but it's still the same old Spurs, right? So I guess
Mm,
And to tell the truth, because you can see my surrounding has changed, Harry, because I've
Tottenham
just
stuff.
moved to a
Yeah.
new. No, I moved to a new place. That's why
Oh, did
I'm
you?
not using a
Oh,
green screen. Yeah, there's no
oh.
green screen on me now. So yeah, that's the only thing is that this is the weird part is because I'm wearing that old the Spurs away. I think second kit or third kit, right? It's yellow here, but because of the green screen thing, it looks gold now because of my Levy out. See that Levy out is there? Levy out hiding behind. Yeah. So I know I've been away from doing streams like you, right? So we've come back on, and at this moment in time, we're watching our Spurs fandom going into their usual end of season chaos again, right? The expectations, the belief, and the dreams, and the blah blah blah.
Because I watched a bit of
So
Savage stream last night with Hass and I
Mhm.
forgot the other guy's name. Sorry, the guy from Tottenham Way. I
Oh,
forgot his name now.
that's
Sorry.
real memorable,
I
right?
think it was
Really
Lee.
memorable.
I'm guessing it was Lee. Um,
Okay.
and because I was talking a lot about expectations and whether fishing top four is like a big, not a big thing, but as in whether for this season
Uh,
it's like good. I don't know, but I just feel
uh,
like we're doomed to repeat the same
Harry,
cycle. To
Harry,
be honest, so
yeah, I mean, haven't we seen this before, right?
yeah.
It's top four trophy, so come on, we're out of the cups. We've got no expectations now. We all start to
Mm.
dream that can we go for a title charge? Oh,
I mean,
Spurs fans,
we have got stuff to
yeah,
talk
we
about
all
in
love
terms
it.
of like top four because a certain ex-manager made a few comments, but I'm going to start with something like this. Um,
Mm.
I think this is a debate in itself. Are we playing good football?
Okay, I'll jump
You
into
can start
that, right?
first.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, since you're asking the question, right, you can't answer it
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah, yeah. I'll tell you what I think
Uh,
afterwards. It's fine.
yeah, but I'll go first on this, right? That's the logic part. All right, guys. Are we playing good football? The funny thing is, at this moment in time, right, we see us playing good football, right, in glimpse or in periods of times.
Mm,
You get me? And somehow or another, when we reach that period of time when we play this good football, and if we do click and be clinical, we score goals. You get what I'm
mm,
saying? Right. And the thing is that I think at this moment in time, Ange is still feeling out, the new players that he has in his hands because they're all new to him, right? One season. So slowly they will build up on that. But if we can maintain, let's say, because at the moment, I think we have that glimpse of about, you add it all together, you get about 20 minutes of good football that we play for every 90 or so. Nowadays, football games are no more 90-minute games, guys. Right? Football games are now at least 100 to 120 minutes. You get extended time on it, right? So we do see that. So hopefully by next season, if he gets enough players that come in to actually acclimatize to the way he needs to play and play that type and style of football, then maybe we can prolong that run more. And if we do that more, then it becomes more impressive and it will reflect on our that saying the good football thing. You get what I'm saying? But I guess a lot of people say, are we lucky, right, to be in the fourth position that we are, right, with Ange coming in just 6 months in, and like for me, when Ange came in, I didn't have any expectations, because of
mm,
course we put the pressure on him, and I'm not gonna put the pressure on myself. Okay? Being a Spurs fan, like when Mourinho came in, the expectations were there, because Mourinho is a sure winner, right? But we
mm.
knew what happened after that. And of course, Nuno came in, there was totally zero. All of us just were deflated. Yeah.
Actually, I was one of those
Uh,
people who I think we should have just stuck with Jose, but I don't know.
but
We didn't really back him
it is what
anyway.
it
We
is.
brought him Rodon. He wanted Skriniar, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I see. So
Yeah.
and then when we bring Conte, the expectations come back again because Conte's a now manager, and then we get bullshitted again all the
Mm,
while. And some other Jose Mourinho and Conte
don't win trophies as
didn't
well.
get the players, didn't get the players they needed, right? But somehow or another, Ange coming in, and somehow or another, he's got the players with him. And then, with some of the new players just coming back, even though we bought them last season, and players like, Udogi and all that, and with Vicario and VDV and all that. So it's a good step forward. And a lot of people saying, or suddenly the mentality changed. Maybe I think it's because the way Ange wants to be the manager of this club. Because I think he's taken all responsibility, even that bald-headed guy's responsibility. He's taken it over because it's that if anything goes wrong, it's my head
It's
on the
down to
table.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my responsibility. That's why whenever he goes into all this press conference and all that, talking about the transfers, he will say this thing, right? It has to get past me before they come through the door. Of course, he has to say that, right? He can't, he's not going to say that.
But don't you think with
But
Ange, this isn't a criticism of him as a person, but I'm talking about him as a manager, right? So because he's been starved of like half decent quality players his whole life as a manager, let's be honest, because he's been in Scotland, he's been in Japan, he's been any sort of half decent player, he'll just accept. I think I hate to say it, like because I look at someone like Johnson,
no,
who the
I
club
don't think,
looking at for 2 years.
Harry, I don't think it's about a half decent players or whatever. It's like, okay, if you're playing in Japan, you're being a manager of the Japanese league team, right? You know that you can't go and sign an Mbappe or a world-class player to come play. So you have to make do with what you have against them. When he went to Scottish League, it becomes the same scenario again. You understand what I'm saying? So
No, I'm saying
he gets the best
because of those things, Eugene. It comes to Spurs and it's the same sort of thing.
Yeah, that gives him the training, and
it's like
make him
subconscious
suitable.
programming. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know.
Yeah, subconscious programming. I mean, it becomes he suits what our owners need now.
Because he will just accept anyone, pretty much.
No, we do not know he will just accept anyone or not, right? Because we've always been linked to 2,000 players per transfer window. And to tell the truth, right, I'm a bit happy now because we are even linked to players not even reaching the summer window. So that means our scouting team is doing their work. That means Ange is communicating with the scouting team and already giving them ideas what kind of players he wants, right? Neto name might come in, right? There'll be thousands of names coming in, right? And then in the if Ange is the one, maybe he won't screen. It's like you're being the boss. I'm going to screen the first 3,000 people that's going for that 2 jobs. You get what I'm saying? I'll most probably get people to screen it for me along the way until it reaches a certain level. Then I will step in an envelope, and then in the day I make the decision. You give me 2 choices or 3 choices, and then I'll point them out. Then of course you will counter back me again. People who are supporting what and all. It's a process going through it. But at the moment, it seems to be working, right? But we have seen our flaws because at this moment in time, like I said, we don't have the full squad of players that actually can perform Ange ball throughout 90 minutes. And I think big up Chang, right?
Thank you. I just want to say thank
you. No, I don't think no human being, right, can go out and play 90 minutes Ange ball non-stop and that beautiful keep attacking.
I'm going to touch on that in a minute, so please hold that for a second. Because I just want to say something.
Okay, we come back. Okay. That's good football thing, right? To me, is that Mourinho time we were given expectations. We don't care whether it's good football or no good football. Get us trophy. Same was with Conte, and then now we are being staffed for a certain kind of style that we used to play, and we are seeing glimpses of it in the beginning of the season. But now coming back, I think Ange has turned a bit pragmatic. To tell the truth, right? When you see him making his substitutions and all that, but sometimes you look at the bench, what choice does he have? That's another part, right? So,
but like for me, when you say the term "good," right, I see as though I take it as though it means it's effective. So, but what do you think? Like for me, I think I would rather have a manager that adapts to each position. I'm not saying you completely throw out the philosophy, right? I'm just saying I'd rather in certain games and
then now. Yeah, no, but I understand what you're saying now. Okay, let's say now we go into this scenario. We take away that good, right? Are we playing entertaining football? That should be the word.
Some people would say yes. I think some people say
yeah. We used to play entertaining football in the first 10 to 12 games, right? Then after that, when injuries came in, everything got shambled out, and then we tried to play entertaining football, right? Tried to play entertaining football, but it will fail on us because we lost, we conceded goals, and to tell the truth, right, until now we still are defensively naive, I think, at the moment. I don't blame Ange and I don't blame the new players coming in because our back line has totally changed. We're having a pairing of Romero and VDV. These two haven't played together before, right? And adding Udogi on the left, and I mean Poro was here, but he might have. That's why maybe Poro seems a bit better now, defensive wise, because maybe he's built up a communication, a relationship with Romero covering him on that side. But you still have the other three on the other side who are completely new.
You're gonna laugh at my opinion on that. But I think Poro's become better defensively because no one on the right hand side is any good. Like if we look at Kulusevski, struggled there. I'm sorry. Johnson's Johnson.
No, I'm saying
he's not really.
No,
Johnson doesn't really track
defensively.
back.
I'm saying. Yeah. No, I'm saying defensively that he's more aware, more astute to his defensive job now. I mean, we've seen him. Yeah, we've seen him play for 6 months when he first joined last January, right? And he was shit.
Yeah.
He was like he didn't know how to defend. He was lost against right? Maybe it's tactics or I don't know, the communication or whatever. But it could be like building a relationship with your playing people around you. So it is what it is. But at least he's improved. But we're not having him this weekend for I think in 2 weeks, right? A couple of weeks he's going to be out for because it's a muscle strain and all that. So it comes down to good football, entertaining football, depending on how you guys want to see it, right? But in the end of the day, a lot of us also say, what about being effective, right? Getting the result. So at the moment now, somehow or another, we're not playing good football or entertaining football because sometimes you see we can't even play it out of our own half. So it could be entertaining for the other party.
But for me, because I'll say what I was going to say about this, and then you can just say your opinion, right? So, is football sustainable? So, one of my friends, he made a very good comment about Man City, right, in Pep's first season. He said the intensity was so high that the players were literally getting burnt out, and you see it with Liverpool as well. The players were exhausted after the first few years on the Klopp until they brought in a massive amount of quality and players. But I think those managers kind of noticed that in the Premier League you can't play this way. And they kind of adjusted. So my friend has the opinion that they became more controlled, right? So City in games, they'll take breathers for like 10 minutes or something, or 15 or whatever, 5 minutes here and there. And it'll be just a less intense. With Ange's football, everything's 100 miles per hour, right? But do you think, also these 2 injuries have happened as a result of this, I think. Do you think this football is sustainable over I'm talking about, obviously we've just had Premier League this year, but we're talking next season if we make Europe. Is it sustainable? Because other players will burn out.
This type of football, right, will burn out the players because we've seen it before, right? Even young players like VDV, he's got muscles and muscle strains and all. If you keep that kind of intensity, that's what I'm saying. We can't keep it up for 90 minutes. We have to be smart. If you go out 90 minutes and all that, if you start playing 200 miles per hour for 90 minutes, right, you will need a squad depth of 30 to 40 players because most probably be changing, rotating, but you don't have that. You need to have a squad of 26. That's why maybe even Pep has, found a way to but they buy all the.
My friends argues that he adjusted the style a bit. He made it a bit less intense. He made it more controlled.
And back to control. Then you rest, build up your energy, go again. You get what I'm saying? So at the moment now, Ash has only been here how many years? Oh, sorry, how many months? 6 months.
6 months. I know. I'm not expecting him to get it right straight away. I'm just saying. Do you think he's going to learn like Pep and Klopp did, where you can't play this sort of high intensity so much for 90 minutes?
I guess he should, right? If he's going to turn out to be a good manager or even a great manager for us, he should learn how to adjust. Because if he doesn't, he'll turn out to be another Bielsa. Is it?
Because everyone says Bielsa.
Bielsa, yeah, it's Bielsa. Because you see, Bielsa is really 200 miles per hour for 90 minutes. In the end of the game, you can see the players who are playing that way, right? They're dead on their feet. They can't even run back to defend. That's why they get smacked when he was a manager of Leeds, right? And he didn't get the quality of players who can do that. And it is what it is. So for Ange, at this moment, is this football sustainable? Not for 90 minutes, but we've seen glimpses of it in this season during games, right? For 15 minutes or 10 minutes, we control the game. We bang, 2 goals, quick goals, right? And then after that, we fall asleep. Yeah, it's like
I mean,
a sugar high.
against Brighton, I
Sugar
felt like
high.
we're very lucky to win that game. I think.
Yeah, Brighton. I don't want to talk about Brighton game, right? Brighton game is one of those games, it's football, but it's those games that we've seen before, right? One team
I just
attacks,
felt
attacks,
like they
attacks.
played for our press. Our high
Yeah,
press. What I noticed, they played for it 19%
the
of the
thing is
game.
that no, the thing is that we kept trying to play the ball out of our own bag, and they kept pressing us, and we keep losing the ball while being pressed. You get what I'm saying? So their press worked, our press didn't work because most probably is that because they've been doing their press longer than our press. You get what I'm saying? So
But I'm
it's
saying
and then
our press didn't seem to work on them. That's what I noticed, especially
no,
the first
yeah.
half.
Our press
They just playing
we
through it.
what
Just playing through
hold on. What press did we do? We couldn't press.
it. We tried. I think we tried, but I'm saying
Yeah.
they played through it.
The press should be the whole team, right? The whole 10 players going up in what I call
Unit as a unit,
synchronized
basically.
as a unit, right? And press, right? You can't have three people pressing and the other four sitting behind, and then the defenders press up, and then you get that's why we keep losing the ball and find ourselves in weird situations. But no, we can't. So quality of players also is one thing, right? So at this moment in time, as I see it, right, is this football sustainable? I don't think so. We need better players to come in, right? And maybe our first 11 can play this way with one game a week. But when you add up Europe into it, that's a
No, it's not
totally
going to
different
work,
ball.
is it?
Yeah, ain't gonna work, right? Yeah, like what J what Jah
Janho?
7
Yeah.
Janho, yeah. And causing too many injuries. Yeah, that's why you need a good squad. That's what I'm saying. Right. With Ange you need a good squad. All right. Do we have to go through that again? Can't we just
Huh?
leave it and pass?
No.
Yeah.
Have you heard his comments about Harry Kane and about Spurs finishing fourth? I want to talk about this. So what did you make of them, Eugene?
Okay. I can't. I did read about okay. The part where he said that he was surprised that finishing fourth was like some kind of
Achievement, yeah.
achievement or a victory or something to celebrate, right? I don't know. Maybe because of the EPL and all that, with all the money game playing into it, a lot of fans get caught into it. Yes, for me, is that I won't celebrate because I'm tired of the top four story. Because maybe you were saying when Redknapp first brought us to our first, modern era Champions League scenario, right? That gave us that excitement. But once you become more or less, it's like something that like I said, expectations and hope. If you expect top four shouldn't be celebrated because it's expected, right? But we
It's
Spurs
not for
fans
me, Eugene.
become
It's not expectations. For me, it's different, as in personally. Because with me, when we finish top four, I'll be like, oh, okay. I mean, because we never
no,
really take
it's
advantage
okay.
of
No,
it. We don't
I'm
really
saying,
not because
yeah,
of
but like I said,
expectations. It's
if
more because we don't take advantage of it.
no, that
We don't
means
take advantage of it.
no, because the thing is that we hardly ever take advantage whenever we are in a good position to
So for me,
actually
it's
achieve
like,
something.
well, even if
Then,
we finish
then we
fifth,
go on a different tangent and rant about
yeah.
something else. But what I'm saying, the context comment is it's a very simple, logical thing, right? He himself has never celebrated achieving top four.
Fourth place.
So that's why he was a bit surprised when Spurs got top four, right? But then you must come and remember the other part of it was that he did say, getting Spurs to top four was more or less a miracle with the players he had, right? So wouldn't that he feel that it could be an achievement for him, right? But actually gaining top four to him is normal
in itself,
right?
in itself,
in itself. Like it's expected. You get what I'm saying?
He's like,
right? It's expected. What's top four, right? Okay.
Because I think there's a big difference at Eugene. If say you were going for the title, right, and as a consequence,
part of trying to get the title,
as a consequence, because you didn't get the title, you finished say second or third, or
second or third and fourth. Yeah, that is it. You were entitled.
But then the way that the club Spurs look at it is if we need to win the Champions League because like fourth is like he mentioned about the huge celebration.
But Harry, Spurs fans, right? Because we got the fourth place, right, during his time, and we picked Arsenal. Remember that was part of the excitement,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Arteta bottling it, and the fans get excited because actually we're above Arsenal. You get what I'm saying? That
But
could
for
be
me,
could be
like
it.
Eugene, it wasn't about that. For me, I wouldn't have thought we brought in Conte just to finish in the fourth. That
No, no, no. We expected Conte to get the quadruple, right, guys? So yeah,
no,
but
no, no. What I'm saying, as me as a fan, when I think Conte come in, I thought the club was gonna learn the lessons
no,
from
we
Jose and
no,
actually
no,
pay the
no,
money.
no,
But like, but what I'm
no.
saying is, the club brought him in to finish in the finish fourth because he was the best manager available, right, at the time.
Yes,
And same with Jose, it was the same thing. Even though these people used to winning trophies, they brought them in for the purpose of just scraping a fourth place finish.
I understand. That's what I'm saying, right? This is okay. Every fan has their own opinion,
Mm.
right? Every fan has their own way of loving the club, right? Some fans would want the club and the football team to play entertaining, good football,
Mm.
right, and win things, right? Some fans don't mind we just play entertaining football and win shit, right? So
Yeah.
it depends on what
Yeah.
the expectation of a fan is at this moment in time. And somehow or another, our Spurs fan base have been programmed and reprogrammed, cycled into this kind of mentality to think that top four is a trophy. Maybe this was created when we were during the Wenger days. We became the top four trophy kind of race and all
Do you think
that.
Sky
But of
created
course,
it? Sky created
of course, the
top
media
four
will created
big
it. This is
six.
Sky created it,
Yeah.
right? The media will always create, right? Because it's not doing everything right. So it makes it exciting, right? And of course, part of it is because nowadays we fans, right? We just not football fans. We are financial experts. We are transfer experts. We know how much money our owners make. How much money the club owes. Blah blah blah. So that brings into it because top four now. Next year, actually, top four is lucrative. Getting the Champions League next year into the main rounds, right? It's going to be very lucrative because it's just 60 million in the bank, no questions asked. So that will help with the PSR scenario, help with the FFP scenario, help with all kinds of things. So that's what the fans now are in that stage. But that's it. If you are a fan of Tottenham Hotspur, and if you think that we don't expect to win cups, then it's your choice, right? But like for me, I've seen us lift cups before. I want to know that feeling again, right? From since 2008, we haven't had that feeling, right? Or have parade
So still,
down the high
yesterday said
street.
that Spurs used
Yeah,
to average a cup every 5 years till Levy joined or something.
yeah, yeah. Until we ran into this ownership, so it is what it is. But let's say Ange is here. We have to give him time, right? And what he's done at this moment, I can't say anything bad about it. But like I said, all eyes should not be on Ange, right? Because we know what Ange can do. We've seen him what it's proven. Okay. Now the eyes should be on the people who are actually saying that he's going to be supported. Right. And I'm not sure because he himself has taken full responsibility of everything. And if things turns bad, I've got
They're
a
gonna
funny
blame
feeling
Ange.
he'll be the one that walks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna blame Ange. I can tell you he's gonna be the one that walks, right? And it'll get ugly.
But we say this.
But
I'm not saying you're wrong, Eugene. But we say this every time. Or Conte will walk, or Jose will walk. But they end up
yeah,
getting
yeah.
sacked in the
Then
end.
Conte didn't walk. Conte played the smart
Yeah.
game. He wanted the moolah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Bro, if you keep your mouth shut, right, and get extra £3 million, right, wouldn't you?
Yeah, true. I would probably do the same thing.
Yeah, so but now the comments are coming out, right? And everybody's jumping, what's Conte talking about? Yeah, it is what it is. Right? It is what it is. Pick up Oris. Pick up. Right. But as I see it, the Conte comments, there'll be more coming out, I tell you. Conte will, when sometimes he'll go on he's got no
Rant.
club at the moment, right? He'll go on some rant, on some interview, right? And then a little bit of snippets will come out again, right?
And some Spurs fans will start crying. Oh God, how dare he say this about the club?
Yeah. No, but the thing is, the truth hurts, guys.
Mm-hmm.
The truth hurts.
To me, the comments don't hurt me because I'm so just.
Yeah, the comments don't hurt me. I want to hear more.
Because I
Truth,
already
right?
know, so it doesn't make a difference to me.
Yeah, we already know, right? And then if he comes out and says the real truth, right? But most probably he signed an NDA, right? So he can't talk
Yeah,
much about it.
but don't these NDAs last for like a couple years, or not?
It depends. I think some NDA is a lifetime NDA. You get what I'm saying?
I
Some
remember
NDAs
ABB's made comments. ABB's made comments. Renat's made comments, even though he's done it a certain
they all
way.
make comments. So
Jose's made
NDA
comments.
for different scenarios,
Monte's
maybe
made comments.
5 years, yeah, or maybe the
The only
NDA
manager
is
I remember
for
who hasn't said anything is like people like Martin Joel, One Day Ramos. I don't think they said anything from what I can remember.
Nah, that depends on your own character. You get what I'm
Mm.
saying? Right.
But
Depends
Redknapp
on own
says stuff, but he
character.
says it in like a weird way. Like he made a comment about Hazard the other
Redknapp
day.
gives cryptic messages.
Yeah, he made a comment about Hazard the other day, saying I was in the hotel with him, blah blah blah. And then he goes, for some reason or other, I told Daniel I wanted the player, but I didn't get involved in the transfers, like the negotiations. And for some reason, the club didn't want to pay the money. He said something like that, and then he goes, so he went to Chelsea, and the rest is history. He was saying something like that on the podcast.
Harry, well, I mean, some reason that the club doesn't want to pay the money. Our club never wants to pay the money. That's the reason, right? Our club wants to haggle first. You know, some clubs won't take haggling and they just move away. Big up, Phil, 2109. Hope you're doing well. Right. Yeah, saying signings for his, including Phillips release. Yeah, to tell the truth, right? He has to say that, Philly, right? Because like I said, I think Andrew's way of management. No, he's taking full responsibility. You get what I'm saying? If you take full responsibility, you can't start blaming other people for whatever happens, because in the end of the day, right, we want this type of management. You know, take responsibility. If you're no good, if you're not successful, right, in a certain way, step away from that position, right? We've been saying that to a certain person for a long time. You know what I'm saying, right? You still can be the owner and you still can be the chairman, right? But just don't meddle in the football. That's all we need you to do, right? Let the football people do their football job. So let's see.
Please,
That's fine. Please, yeah. But that's right. We got this Conte comments coming out now. The Spurs fan base is going into a meltdown. How dare he say this? How dare he say that? Yeah, but to tell the truth, we've already heard it all before. It's old news. I don't know why everyone's getting so excited about it.
Right. For me, it just kind of just solidifies my opinion that Levy just wants top four with this comment. So it's just
no. Guys, Spurs fans, please wake up, right? Our ownership doesn't have ambition. You get what I'm saying? Their ambition is the money, right? The ambition is not the glory and not the trophies. And please don't be deluded to think that they are. Okay, unless someone has gone up there, right, slap that ball fella on his head and tell him, better wake up. Joe Louis needs money for his bail.
Because I'll tell you what, Eugene. So we obviously me, TJ, and Harry have the show. We have the show later tonight, by the way, guys. So we see him on Spurs Kings TV later. But and we did this question actually, whether we believe Andrew will like see it through, like as in and win trophies. And I said, TJ was like, no. Harry was like, he's still, because he's young, he's only 14. I have belief that it will, you know, I was like, we're just going to repeat the same cycle. We're just going to finish top four.
Okay.
In 2 years, he'll get sacked because he won't finish top four. And then we'll bring another manager. The manager will try and get top four.
I don't think he will. I think for this scenario, right, Harry, I think, right, if Ange gets bullshitted.
I think Eugene's frozen.
No, I'm frozen. No, I'm not frozen.
Yeah, no, you're back now. I don't know what happened. Yeah.
Maybe you're a bit slow. Yeah. No, the internet connection, guys, right? You know, he's in London and I'm in Malaysia.
Yeah.
Hey, and for that, guys, happy Chinese New Year and a happy Lunar New Year for all you guys who are celebrating out there, right? But what I'm saying is, if Ange gets bullshitted too, right, he'll do the same thing Conte did. Okay, but I just want to see if Ange walks or not. That's all.
But what I'm saying is, I just think we're doomed to repeat the same cycle. In a sense, we'll bring in a new. Say if Ange goes in 2-3 years, we'll bring in a new manager. The manager will get blamed for everything. Ange will get blamed for everything. The new manager will come in. He'll try and finish top four, or he'll finish top four. He won't push on, and then we repeat the same cycle with another manager and another manager. We'll be here for the next.
Guys, okay, I'm going to give you a very simple scenario. Ange is signed for 4 years. We're in the first year, right? Okay. This is this preseason. Honeymoon preseason, right? Yeah. And from now you will know what kind of owner that he's dealing with, right? Whether the things that he wants, the fulfillment of promises and all that, blah blah blah, right? We've gone through 2 transfer windows. He's been more or less satisfied with what he has, and he's already said he's taking responsibility. The players coming through has to go through him before they can reach, be signed and all that. That's good, right? We're in a top 4 position. That satisfies our owners' ambitions, okay, but not the fans, right? Or not certain fans, or not fans like you and
You're
I,
not us.
right?
Yeah.
Summer transfer window comes. But when summer transfer window comes, right, I want to see, right, what's going to happen then.
I thought we'll talk
yeah,
about it quite briefly.
guys, hallelujah. Yeah, and I'm saying, guys, hallelujah, right? We are like 4 months away from summer, and we're already linked to players. Whenever has that happened with Spurs? So there are changes there because we are doing our business early too, right? So that's a good sign. That's all I'm saying.
The three players we link with are Rafinha, Neto, and De Jong. Obviously, Neto, I assume, is going to play against us tomorrow. So first, just some brief thoughts on these players. Would you take any of them? I imagine it'll be Rafinha or Neto. I don't think it'll be both.
I tell you the truth, right?
It's early doors. It's not,
this is our this is this is the what call the PR wheel spinning at this moment now, right? Yeah. And to tell the truth, right? Get them all 3. Stop bullshitting. Simple as that, right? Why
to be honest, if we were to get all 3, I think Johnson has to go, Lo Celso has to go, Højbjerg has to go. I guess you might keep Skips homegrown, but we just shift.
I think, all right. I mean, whatever happened has to happen. Okay. If you really want to count our players that need to go, we know. Okay. Lo Celso, Højbjerg, Royale, Davis, right? Sessegnon. Okay. Who else?
Apparently, he was in training, by the way. Sessegnon.
He'll get it. No, he'll get injured somewhere along the way training. I don't know. He'll get injured, right? Running to the toilet to piss. That's all. Okay. I don't want to talk about Sessegnon. Another wasted 30 million pounds there. We got 5 on our list here. Okay. Who else are we gonna get rid of? Okay. Who did he say? Davis,
Emerson, Lo Celso,
Emerson,
Davis. And Ndombele, I guess.
Those guys aren't even here. You talk about Ndombele, Reguilon, blah 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 blah. So you got to get rid of 10 players, right? How are you gonna replace them? Unless maybe Ange has got some sort of trying to bring through the youth, right? To supplement some of the homegrown issues. Yeah, Donnelly has come on for a while. Yeah. Dane Scarlett is back, and have you seen Dane Scarlett on the bench, or he's injured at the moment?
No, I'm not sure. I thought he was playing, wasn't he?
Yeah, he did come on for the FA Cup game or something. Right?
Yeah, he's not injured as far as I know.
Yeah. So Dane Scarlett's there too. Yeah. But if you want to say anything true, right? Pedro Neto, injury prone. Nigel De Jong played Manchester United last season. Do you want him to get? Do we want to get entangled in that drama again? Right? I don't want to. But Rafinha is pretty.
I think he'll be a very good choice for us. Rafinha. Should I tell you why? Because Richardson's staying.
I know. Yeah,
I think he'll be a good link up.
Rafinha. Yeah. I will. Out of the 3, I'll take Rafinha. You get what I'm saying? Right? Because to tell the truth, there is this big gate there, right? Okay, gate. Right. There's a big hole in our striking department, right?
And also on the right wing.
Without Son, without Son, is somehow or another we find out, nobody else is contributing much into goals. Right? And to tell the truth, it's like a weird thing. I hope it's not true, but when how do you say it? Son went on his AFC, right? Big up, JJ. When Son went into his AFC, cup kind of thingy, Richarlison had to step up. So
he scored like 8 goals.
He scored and stepped up, right? So it's somehow or another when Son comes back, right, he loses his balls again or some shit like that. So I don't know.
But then if Son's playing on the left, I guess our left-sided options are Werner, Son. But then we still got players like Solomon, who I don't know how he's going to still be here after we sign someone like Rafinha.
So I guess if Solomon comes back and if he does have a chance to be part of the playing scenario, Maybe he and Werner will be the change, and maybe Son and Richarlison will be the change in the center, right? So I don't know. Maybe put Werner on the right. We do have some
This
options.
weekend, I want to see. I know some people don't like this. I'd rather see Son on the right, with Charles in the middle, and Werner on the left. But
Yeah, that could be that too. No, you know why?
because we have such issue on that side. For me, when I look at the right hand side, I'm like, there's no
I
good
know.
player there.
Yeah. Somehow or other, Decky has like lost his way. I don't know what's wrong with him, right?
And Johnson's.
And to tell the truth, I'll rather use Johnson somewhere in the 70th, 75th minute when other people's legs are tiring, right? You bring him on, and that's when he causes the chaos along that wing. You see, so if
Impact player.
Ange can an impact player, if Ange can pick up on that, right? All of a sudden you get two impact players on the wings, right? So they're passing it to each other and they can score. I don't know. Maybe that's why during the game against who do you play at home recently, right? Brighton, right? Game against Brighton, when we brought on Son and Johnson late. Yeah, so Son had the legs, Johnson had the legs. We ran up against them, and somehow or another Johnson got the. All right, guys, I'm gonna say this again, right? There's no more argument whether Son is world class or not, right? You too, right? No more argument if Son is world class.
I don't think it's the same Son.
No, but there's no more argument, right? Because Ange has said Son is world class.
I don't care what Ange says. I don't care what Ange says. If we talk about Son of when he the Son who went past the whole team at Burnley, then I'll be like, yeah, okay, fair enough. But I think he's lost his way.
Yeah, so he was world class then, right?
Yeah, but that was years ago.
What made you world class then? You're world class now.
2019. No, because players decline.
Of course,
especially players who rely on their pace.
Right?
I'm sorry, they decline.
At least he was world class before.
He was. Now he's not. I don't think he's world class now.
Yeah, depends, right? Depends. Yeah. Whether a lot of people say we're going to win the league this season. So
what? Who said that? Okay, so down to the team news. Apart from apparently Forster's out, Poro and Adogi out. So who comes in?
Oh, guys, me and Harry had this chat earlier, right? I had this crazy idea. I said put VDV on the left, put Ben Davies on the left center back, right center back, Romero, and of course on the right we have Dragosin, right? So that is my choice, right? But if I see what's going to happen, I think Andrew's going to put Davies on the left, VDV left center back, Romero right center back, and of course Emerson Royale on the right back. And that will make us impotent.
Because then our fullbacks become just moot. Like the effectiveness will kind of just go, really. Because
imagine, right? Yeah. Imagine with Poro, we keep losing the ball against Brighton, right? And then imagine that with Emerson Royale, who can't pass forward, right? He just keeps going backwards. So welcome back to Conte ball.
I think, but do you think he'll do that because he doesn't want to break the pairing in the middle?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like I was saying in the backroom review earlier too, right? I think these last few games, we will have, if Ange needs to actually test out the players, right, that he has with him now, and to actually evaluate whether we still need Davis and Royale to be in the squad, right? This is time. You know what I'm saying? Right. And if things don't work out, because nowadays we've got up to 5 subs, you know, so it doesn't hurt. We can change it, and all you do is just change one player, take out Royale, put on Dragosin, push VDV across, and push Davis back into the center. It's just a simple maneuver.
There is no scenario where you can't leave out either Davies or Emerson. You have to play one of them at least.
Yeah, there's no, unless you want to play, who is it? Dorrington
is centre back. So we have Dragosin right back, and then Dorrington, Romero, and Van der Ven.
Yeah. Oh, that could be we never know. Never know, guys.
4 centre backs. Remember when Jose did that? Who was it? I remember him doing it away to like Stoke or something. I don't know what it was. And everyone was like, "Why is he playing 4 centre backs?" And then, But I don't know. He might just put Dragosin in and move Van der Ven. I don't know. Unless Dragosin can only play on the left. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe Dragosin can play across the field, right? But no matter how Royale or Davis has to play, but I think Davis will get to play because we've seen Davis play more than Royale. But my fear with Davis
To be
is
fair to
that
Davis,
he goes.
when he played the left centre back, he actually was all right. To be fair, he actually was
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. If you play Davis, my fear if you no Davis playing on the left, right, left back,
And then Van
it's
der Ven,
okay.
yeah.
Van de Ven will have to cover a lot because when Davis goes up, he can't come back down that quickly.
So do you think it's better? But in that case, if you're playing Davies in the middle, does Nemi will play a bit further back because obviously he doesn't have the same pace as Van der Ven to cover, does he? I don't know.
But then Van de Ven is still playing the inverted wings. He'll still be there to cover Davis.
No, I'm saying if you put Van der Ven at left wing, not left
Yeah,
wing, left
but
back.
Our left fullbacks invert back.
Yeah,
right,
I know,
and left fullback invert back in the midfield. So that defense part, right, you don't have to worry because if anything goes wrong, VDV still come from the left and cover Davis. You know what I'm saying? But if what I fear is that if you put Davis on the left, Davis goes up and something happens along the way, right? And let's say VDV is a bit higher up, the strain is there. How many runs he's gonna make? And like I said, is it sustainable? Right? Because he just come back from injury too. If he overstrains himself again, gets another injury, we lose VDV for another couple of months. It's end of the season.
Who's going to play then afterwards? They're running out of players at this point.
Yeah, that's it. We need Dorrington then.
So, because obviously this was the next question, Davies or Emerson or both. But do you think it will be both? Do you think he'll just do what you did? Because I prefer your idea.
Yeah. To tell the truth, if I was Ange, right, I will start with them both to see how they pair up. How does it go with? Actually, we have done this before, haven't we?
Davies and Emerson.
We haven't, right?
No, not together. I think they played.
Davies on the left, Davies on the left, Emerson on the right.
No, we haven't done it at the same time.
With VDV and no, yeah, we didn't have VDV there. I think VDV was injured. We had Dyer.
Yeah, you're right.
But no, I don't think because the time Poro was still there, so Emerson was never more or less getting the chance to get in the first team, right? Yeah. Neto's gonna raise Davis. That's why I'm saying we need VDV on the left, right? That's why I'm saying if Davis goes up, Neto comes back down, ain't gonna catch him. And if you strain out VDV running back all the time to cover Davis, it's more dangerous that way.
Right? So you're better off playing Van der Ven at left back here, right? That's about right, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. But we only can speculate. We're not Ange, right? Ange will know what to do. We're just gonna wait until Saturday, right? 3 p.m. UK time, 11 p.m. Malaysian time, right? For the game of Spurs versus Wolves. Guys, we lost that game, right? Away.
Did we?
Yeah. We lost the earlier game. We lost 2-1. We were leading, right? And then all of a sudden they came back and they smacked 2 goals late against us.
You're right. We did lose that game.
Yeah. And that was starting of our, during that November period where we didn't win one game.
Yeah, we lost like a few games, didn't we?
Yeah. In the November period we didn't win one game. Yeah. Right.
Was it after Chelsea, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was after Chelsea. Yeah, more or less.
Obviously, that game damaged us.
Yeah, thanks to Pop.
In more ways than one. But so I just want to quickly talk about Timo Werner. What have you made of his time so far? What kind of sign do you think he is? And there's even talk now already that they expect Spurs to make it permanent. Just give me your thoughts.
To tell the truth, right, I expected Werner to contribute more. I mean, he has contributed in the assists and all that, right? I do expect him to score. He has got a few chances to actually score, but he hasn't done it. To me, I've seen it a bit slightly disappointing. And honestly, to tell the truth, being a Spurs fan, of course, we're going to get Timo Werner because he's going to be on the cheap, right? He was partly on loan with us. How much?
15 million euros or something.
Why?
15, not 50.
Oh, okay. 1.5. Let's say 50 million euros. What the hell will I spend 50 million? 15 million euros, 10 million pounds. I mean, sorry, not 10 million pounds, 12.5 million pounds.
It's cheap.
I don't know. Yeah, it's cheap. Hey, welcome to Spurs. It's cheap.
Yeah. But a lot, because the reason I'm bringing this up is, is there not another player you thought in January we could get instead of him? By the way, I'm actually a Werner. I actually quite like him, but anyway, is there
No,
not another
no,
player
but
you would have got instead of?
because I don't. It's not. I dislike him or anything. But I'm just trying to watch the games he's been playing. Right, he's been played a lot. Because Son wasn't here, he played. You get what I'm saying, right? And
The thing with
the
Werner though,
last game,
Union, is that a few
Mhm.
years ago he used to be like a really good striker. We're talking obviously
Yeah, I
before
know
he
when
went to
you're talking about
Chelsea.
when he was in Bundesliga,
Yeah.
guys,
So
and
maybe
then
the
he went
club.
to Chelsea.
The only
Yeah,
thing I can think of, maybe the club, because there's such a lack of prolific strikers in the world. I'm talking in general. Maybe they just thought we'll take a chance on him because, say, if he has some crazy redemption, obviously, and they might think
yeah.
Ange might be able to get out, he could
No,
become like
but
a really good striker again. Yeah.
yeah, Harry, you are saying right. He's going to be here 6 months. Are we going to judge him on that 6 months? Right? If we do sign him, right? Why can't we take him for another year loan? Right? And if he does work out, then we buy him. You know, if Ange is smart in that way, but unless he's coming from Leipzig, right? If
Yeah,
Leipzig's trying to push him off, then that's too bad. But for 15 million euros, you
I guess
know,
at worst he'll be cover for
we,
whoever plays on the left.
yeah,
At
for
worst,
worse will be covered for that, right? Because he
because he's
won't.
better
But the thing
option
is
than
that,
Solomon. I think
of course,
Solomon's just
yeah, he's better option than Solomon. He ain't going to replace Perisic. But what I'm going to say is, if Son is playing on the left, he won't get a chance to
won't
be on
play. Yeah.
regular playing football. Will he accept that? Yes or not? Will
But
he
then we
accept
have
that?
Europe
Right?
though
Will he
next
play second
season.
fiddle to Son?
I expect us to have Europe next season, so he will play.
Hopefully we will have Europe, Harry. Hopefully, must always say hopefully we have Europe.
Yeah.
You know, the season ain't over yet, right? If Ange
We
goes on
still
a 10
capitulate, I guess.
losing streak,
Yeah.
if Ange goes on a 10-game losing streak, right? The whole world will be laughing at us. But hopefully that won't happen, right? But if he goes on a 10-game winning streak, right, we'll be challenging for the title. Let's not. Let's hope we beat Wolves this weekend. That's all I can say. Let's hope we do that, right? But no, for the scenario of Werner, I see it as a logical move that we had to make. And Ange had to say that he wants him, because if you bring a player in and say you don't want him, right? He's not the player I want.
Actually,
that will break that you know that will break that vibe
mm.
in what he's trying to build now. You know, he's not the Conte style that says that I don't want you, right? Why are you doing
Spence.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Where's Jet Spence now? Levy, right? Chased him for fucking 6 months, paid 15 million pounds for him, and we don't even see him, right?
It
Where
proves
is
that
he
maybe
now?
doesn't know anything about football. Then, really, let's be honest.
Yeah. Oh, that's why.
But like with Werner, also, Ange made a comment saying Lange just showed like
Lange
about
or
him.
whatever. Yeah.
Also, he said
Johan.
he didn't expect to have an opportunity like that to sign a player like that now, which makes me think that Ange maybe is he has hopes for him. I guess I don't know, some sort. I don't know. Maybe because he used to be a very good striker. So,
maybe see something in him that maybe he can use him as something else. Or for all you know, he could be, in the other day, Sonny's on the left, right? He could be the Richarlison replacement.
For all we know, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he starts scoring, if Werner starts scoring like he used to in Germany, then I'm talking about the first spell. Then we'll have a top striker there, really, because if, or it's a massive if.
If we're a Spurs fan, we know there's a lot of ifs.
Yeah.
I was saying, why the hell didn't we go for what? Who's that player, like the Stuttgart guy, Gurasi or something like that? Just bring him in.
Oh, him. Oh.
Yeah, just bring him in and put him. We always linked to everybody, right? Anyway, haven't you heard we're linked to Mbappe too?
Yeah, you call him up. Come on, come down. We'll give you chicken for life.
Oh no, we've got a special dish for you, chicken royale. I know, but right, we're linked. We're always linked to players, right? But it's good to be linked, right? At this early stages of the year to players, right? We just the transfer window just closed, right? So it's good to be linked, right?
Let's go get Mbappe. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the starting lineup, is there anything you would do differently? Obviously, spoke about the back four. Do you think the midfield will stay the same, or do you think Basuma will come in for Bentancur, for example? I guess the front three
Okay,
is another
Bentancur's form. Yeah,
conversation.
Bentancur's form is actually questionable now, right?
Yeah.
He didn't impress me a lot during the Brighton game, but
Do you think he was going to
kept
play
losing the
Basuma,
ball.
Madison, and
Mm. I
Saar?
think
Do you think he might do that?
Bentancur is the thing is that I think you can't play Bentancur with Madison together. You get what I'm saying, right?
Do you think they're too
Because if
similar?
you they're more or less too similar. If you play Bentancur and Madison together, right, it's like you're telling Bentancur not to be Bentancur.
Mm,
You understand what I'm saying? And
mm.
he doesn't do that well. So for me, it's that I think we'll go back to that three in the middle,
Midfield
which
three, we
we
had
had
this last
earlier.
season. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, with the Sa, Bisuma, and Madison, right?
Mm.
Because Bisuma will be the guy doing all the dirty work. Madison will do all the creative work, right? And Sa will
Saar
run all over the
running,
pitch.
the running.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Sa will run all over the pitch, right? We need something like that. We need that energy there. You know, that's why whenever we bring in Skippy or Højbjerg, right, we lose that energy. You
For
know,
me,
when we
Saar's
bring in Benden,
arguably our most important player in midfield because
yeah,
of his
at the
legs.
moment,
Like he doesn't. No one else
yeah,
has those legs to run.
yeah, yeah. To tell the truth, yeah, he doesn't. But to tell the truth, his goal, honestly, right, to me, the goal that he scored with that angle that he put the ball in, right,
Mm.
it was a very good shot. You know,
Yeah, yeah. I didn't expect him to
yeah,
score from that.
yeah, and it was from that angle. You know, it's not like directly straight goal. He was from this side, the goalpost. He had to curve that ball. He could have made the mistake, but then he was lucky too because his cross, right, deflected off
Yeah.
the defender onto the post to him.
Mm.
You can say
Came
that,
back.
right?
Yeah.
Or you can say, yeah, or you can say the defender cleared it onto the post to him, right? But to tell the truth, while you're sliding like that, you're not clearing anything. You're just deflecting the ball,
Mm.
right? So that also there's a bit of luck there, right? And of course, that bit of skill of putting it in. Yeah, he has the legs. He does have the legs, but I find him a bit off at the moment. Maybe of the AFCON. You
I
know, when
think
you
he's
go
still
and
a
play
bit
with him,
tired from it. Yeah, yeah.
I don't think he's tired. I think it's
He needs out of the
typical, you
rhythm
know.
of playing.
Yeah, the tactical,
Yeah.
you know, when you go and play with your national team, that coach has got a
It's
whole
different.
different set of
Yeah,
training, you know, the mentality,
yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Run
When
here,
you come
run
back in
there.
the club,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
when you come back in the club team, you need to, you know, get back into sync with the thing. Like I've been saying in my show yesterday. The players come back from injury, the players coming back from the international duties, right? Need a time to gel again, right?
Mm.
Hopefully, we've seen Son come back. Now, more or less, the full squad is back again, bringing us back to the first part of the season. We need to see these people gel again. And then all of a sudden, we got injuries to Udogi and Poro. So that throws a spanner into it. But it is what it is. And we'll more or less have to, how you say, you know, deal with it. Right?
So how about your front
We'll deal with it.
three? Are you,
Starting
I guess
lineup,
Son,
back
Richarlison.
three. That's why it'll be Son, Richarlison, and I'll still stick with Decky first.
You think Decky will play?
I'll
See,
use Johnson
I
as
would
well.
put Vern on the left and I'd
I'll
put
use.
Son on the right to see something different. That's what I would do. But
Yeah, I know. Maybe yeah. Maybe that will happen during in game. You get what I'm saying?
just try it
Right.
because we have such a problem on the right hand side. You might as well just try Son there because Werner can't really play on the right.
But if Son doesn't work out there, then he wouldn't be world class, right?
But he wasn't world class anyway, so it's not making a difference to me. I think he's a world class finish. I think he's a world class finisher on the most part, but I don't think he's a world class player. I've seen better. I think Hazard was better than him. Bale was better than him.
Well, we're just saying world class. We're not comparing who's better, right? World class is world class. Right?
Those are the players I actually think Son is the.
You're contradicting yourself, Harry. You're contradicting yourself. You are saying he's a world class finisher, but not a world class player. But he has to be a player first to be able to finish.
Harry Kane is a world class player because he can do everything. Son.
How many players are there? World class players who can do everything.
But that's what I classify as a world class player. I'm not going to say he's world class because he tapped it in from 2 yards.
You run through the field, right, and think everybody.
Because then by that logic in my head, it's like you might as well start calling Johnson really good because he tapped it in from like 5 yards.
Oh, Johnson! Do you know that goal that he scored? Right, he
almost missed. I thought he was going to miss.
Yeah, this one, were you behind the goalpost?
No. Right? But where I could see it, where he hit it, it went up. I was like, oh no, please don't.
Yeah, it went up. So when the ball came, I said, my God, it was perfect. Then when he had that shot, right, it was so hard because we were watching on TV, and the goalpost was below the screen thing. The ball went like that, right? I said, did it go in?
Because my dad said the same thing. He thought he was going to miss because he hit it up rather than
Yeah.
like low, just tap it in.
I know. Yeah.
Okay. Score prediction.
I'll stick with Spurs. No clean sheet again, right? But don't be surprised, we're such a bad defensive lineup. We could tighten up at the back, right, and not let people score. But I don't think so. That'll happen. We have to play Ange ball, and then whenever we play Ange ball, we can't play Ange ball for 90 minutes, guys. We only can play Ange ball for about 15 to 20 minutes at the moment, right? 15 to 20 minutes. So
Players are exhausted.
hopefully we'll score a few goals.
Exhausted, I'm playing it.
I know. Well, it takes 1 second to score a goal. You understand? So you can play edge ball for 15, 16 minutes. You do a build up. Every 5 minutes, score one goal. 15 to 20 minutes, right? Every 5 minutes to score one goal. We'll score 4, but then we'll concede 2. We're going to win 4-2. That's my score.
You know what? You read my mind. That's my score prediction. We're going to win 4-2.
Yeah, I won 4-2. You won 4-2 too.
Yeah. Because there's no way we're not conceding tomorrow. They're going to score at least 1 goal.
That's true. Maybe, right? At least. That's a big word, at least, right? 4-2, 4-3, right? 5-3, 5-4.
Especially with Emerson and Davies. If one of them is playing, I just think it.
No, my worry is, right, what happened if Emerson or Davis gets injured?
But the problem is also, and I go back to what Alex said last night on the stream I was watching on Tottenham Away, Mr. Box Office, a big up, Alex. He was saying that a lot of the system relies on our fullbacks to provide the extra attacking. Yeah. And if you change the fullbacks now, we've got Davies and Emerson.
We've got more defending.
What? Where's the attacking play from them?
What attacking play? We're gonna play Conte. We're gonna play Conte ball tomorrow.
The drop off from those two. This is why I keep arguing we need new fullbacks, because the drop off from Dogie to Davies is so big, and from Porro to Emerson is so big. Yeah. It's just, We still need a lot.
No, but the truth, right? I think Udogie. Yeah, no, but I think Udogie needs a bit of rest because the past few games, right, he's been making a lot of.
And Porro as well, though.
He's been making a lot of mistakes. Yeah. That's why Porro's got his the muscle strain and all that, right? Right. No reason because the players are being shoehorned into a system. Yeah, that's true, Philly. That's so true. Right, players are being shoehorned into the system. They are. But the thing is that let's hope we do get the proper players next transfer window. Building up a team, building up a squad, right, to actually challenge on all fronts.
I think we need. I know it's weird because now we've got Dragus in. I think we need fullbacks more importantly than another centre back.
True. Yeah,
because I think we could cope with Dorrington as a 4th choice or someone like that as a 4th choice. I think we could cope, even for Davies as a centre back for 1 more year. I think we could be all right. Not as a fullback, but as a centre back for 1 more year. But I think our issue is more like the drop off from the wing, especially because they do so much.
No, that's right. We need the cover for Udogie and we need the cover for Porro. That's all, right? Because Sessignon is
so you can't really play on that side.
Sessignon is an invisible man, right? Yeah. Okay, and Emerson Royale is cooking up the chicken royale, so it is what it is, right? So, but that's it. Both of us got 2 identical score predictions, right? Who are going to score? Who do you think is going to score?
Son, Richarlison. I think Richarlison will get 2 goals actually, and I think Maddison.
That's nice. Yeah.
I think Neto will score from there, and Jimenez is back, so I think Jimenez will score from a corner, 100%.
Jimenez doesn't play for Wolves anymore, bro.
No, what's the other guy they signed? Sorry, not Jimenez. Who's their striker?
Cunha.
Is it Cunha? Yeah.
But I thought Cunha is injured.
What's his name? I'm thinking of this player, but it's come on my head.
Cunha. I thought Cunha is injured, but nah, I don't know. It could be.
Right. Just check the Wolves squad in a second.
I think Huang will score one, right?
That's the one. Huang Yi-chan. I think
you're talking about Korean guy. Huang,
yeah.
He's Huang Yi-chan.
We were linked with him actually. Yeah.
We are linked to another South Korean player. Yeah.
Maybe they're getting ready if Son leaves to sign another one to try and carry on the Korean fans.
Yeah, we can't afford Lee Kang-in, so we had to get a cheaper version of the Lee Kang-in is in PSG, right? So I don't know.
Can't get Mbappe. So.
All right. we're gonna get Mbappe, right? So we don't need anybody else. Yeah, just put Mbappe there and Vicario, we're set.
so
two
you,
against 11.
so Eugene, where can we find you? Are you streaming again, like me? Are we going back?
Yeah, I'm doing a bit of streaming again, right? Because I found a co-host, right? Chang from
Chang, big
my
up.
Malaysian friends, right? Yeah. Big up the Chang, right? Hopefully let's see how that goes next week. I'll find a date to stream again, right?
We have no
I'll most
football
probably let's
next
see.
weekend. It got moved because of the league final. The Chelsea game got moved, been postponed.
What?
So
Why?
basically, Chelsea game got moved to Friday night on the 23rd, initially, but now they're in the final
But
with Liverpool, the League
I thought,
Cups.
yeah, no, I thought
Huh?
Chelsea's playing the League Cup, right?
Yes, I'm saying
28.
that's why the game's been postponed next week. So we have no match next week.
Okay.
We have no
Then we
match.
watch.
It's like 2 weeks, and then we've got
Okay. Then we watch another. We watch Bayern Munich then.
yeah. Watch them lose again.
Oh, Harry
Have you seen
Kane,
the
Harry
jokes about
Kane.
Harry
Yeah.
Kane? Like, he can't take Spurs out the
Yeah, yeah. What to do? So sad. But don't laugh at him, right? Maybe something will come up. Yeah, maybe something will come up. Yeah. Come on, losing to Lazio away, right? It's no big
Thanks,
deal,
Phil.
1-0, right? They'll
Mate.
Yeah. Big up. Thanks, Philly.
So Phil, Philip, anyone else watching this, you can find me on Spurs Kings TV at 7:00 tonight with Harry and TJ for another
You're still
stream.
doing the Southview
Fridays.
Coys now, the Spurs Kings, right?
Yeah. Yes, for every Friday. On Friday though.
Change the names.
Yeah. So I'll be there later tonight. So you find me there at 7 p.m. So please go subscribe to their channel if you haven't already. And also, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. Also subscribe to Eugene at Spurs Raging TV if you haven't already. Yeah, and Eugene, anything you want to say before we finish? That's quite a short stream, actually.
I don't know. And as always, leave me out.
Yeah, and come on, you Spurs.
No blue cards.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no blue cards.